Today, I'm trying to become the world's best player by winning the Ballon d'Or.
But he's not doing it alone, because we're racing to see who can win it first.
Every season, we each get to control our player's career, trying to build the perfect path to the very top.
But there's a twist. Each season, your opponent gets to make a huge decision about your future.
From forcing a position change to putting you on the transfer list. And this is going to be me. I'm starting off as a striker at a 67 overall.
And this is me also as a striker at 67 overall.
Okay, interesting, Henry. We're playing in the same position. But the question is, what type of club are you going to join? Someone like Barcelona? Maybe someone like Ajax?
Edgar, I'm not too sure yet, but it really is important I get it right, because that first choice could be instrumental in winning that Ballon d'Or.
And yes, boys, like I mentioned, we can start absolutely anywhere. Because we're low overall, nobody's going to get an advantage. And yes, that means I could start off at a club like Real Madrid, and I could just go out on loan every single season until I'm ready to start for Los Galacticos. What if I went ahead and started at my favorite European club, Southampton? Not only are they in a good league, but they actually develop a lot of youngsters throughout history. Or should we go for a club like Borussia Dortmund, literally the best team if you're a very young talent? Or what if we started somewhere low-key like in Belgium in RSC Anderlecht? I must pick the right club if I want to beat Henry to the Ballon d'Or.
Guys, right now I'm thinking League One, a team like Cardiff City, maybe they're too good. Or Reading, I feel at 67 overall, I would start as an English striker. League One would be just right. Or keep it with an English-speaking country, maybe Scotland, Motherwell. Guess Belgium are good at developing young players. I could go there. The league seems a little bit too good. Okay, good to kick things off. I decided to stay in England as I'm English, and I think that would be good for my development. League One club Reading.
Okay, that's very interesting. I went the completely opposite route of you, and I decided to go to Germany and start at Bayern Munich. Yes, I know I won't play right away, but if I can remain here, I could easily win the Ballon d'Or. Okay, Henry, but before we begin, it's time to make each other's decision for the season. As you guys can see, there's the bingo card of things we can do, and decided to change your position to a center attacking mid straight away, man.
Man, that's really, really annoying. My play stats at 67 overall are great for a striker. Like, you picked a good one there, but you said about hopefully you stay at Bayern would be a great place to be. So I wrote down transfer list.
Wow, already?
Get yourself out of Bayern, man.
Okay, guys, just a heads up, because we use transfer list and change position, next season those will not be available, and they will be refreshed again in season 3. Okay, boys, it seems like my dream of playing for Bayern is gonna have to wait, as I've transfer listed myself already. Let's see who's gonna go ahead and sign me. And I have already received an offer, and it is from Torino. That actually isn't a bad club to start at, but I don't think I'm gonna get any game time there. If I accept it, I'd have to go out on loan. But luckily, I got one more offer, and I'm flying to Denmark, as I'm joining the legendary FC Copenhagen. I can't lie, I don't know much about this club, but it seems like a good club to start my career at.
No, come on, I would be the highest rated striker. Okay, I'd be joint highest rated striker at the club. Please don't tell me I'm going to go down in overall as a cam. Oh, come on, Edgar, I've gone down by 3. Do you know what? I'm going to give it to him. That was a smart play. You're going to replace 65 Doyle for 64 Stokes. Hey, that's annoying, but I still think I'm going to cook this season. Especially if I put Shadow Striker on him. And obviously development plan, Shadow Striker. As you guys can see, he has 80 finishing. Next season, I need to get him back to striker.
And I am now here in Copenhagen, where sadly I will be on the bench. But don't worry, it's not too bad. Copenhagen play a 2-striker formation where Cornelius is only 1 overall ahead of me, and he's 32. I'm definitely beating him. I will be competing in goals with Yusuf Moukoko, former Wonder Kid. But this team is not too bad, having the likes of Thomas Delaney, who played for Borussia Dortmund, Lianusi, who played for Southampton, and even a fellow Mexican, Rodrigo Huescas. I'm gonna fit in perfect here at Copenhagen. And in this challenge, we're allowed to change formation and tactics. I'm gonna keep the formation because obviously I want 2 strikers, but I will be changing both roles to advanced forward, so whichever side I play, I will be as advanced as possible and score as many goals. And of course, the most important thing is our development plan. This is what I'm looking like. Seems like I'm pretty decent at passing and dribbling already, but my shooting is terrible. I need to get that up if I ever want to win the Ballon d'Or. So we're going for the poacher development plan. Okay, as we're both simming to the end of the season, something I forgot to mention is after every year, whoever has the better year will gain advantage in the very next season, and that advantage is getting to go ahead and bring in a teammate to help them out to continue to improve. How does that sound, Henry?
I really like that idea. Maybe one day I sign Lamine Yamal to my side to help us out. Okay, Edgar, end of the season, I decided to stay at Reading. That's why I chose Reading. It was a perfect fit. I went up by 1 to 68. Now, you making me a cam. 67 overall, all the way down to 64. It was a very, very good move by you. However, I seem to have a good season as a cam here. 56 appearances, 8 goals, 7 assists.
You know what? I tried to sabotage you, and it looks like you had a pretty good season. However, I went up a +4 all the way to 71. But I only scored 5 goals and 7 assists, as the top goal scorer in my club was 17, which was the other striker. I got a lot of work to do. Of course, Henry, every season we get to guess each other's GA, and if we're exactly correct, we will go down a -5 overall because it's basically impossible. So in my whiteboard, you didn't get it. I went ahead and wrote 8 GA. You did way better than I expected.
Oh, you wrote 8? When I said 8 goals, I bet you were hoping I said 0 assists. And on my whiteboard, Edgar, for you, I wrote 12.
What? You actually wrote 12?
I did, yeah.
How am I getting a -5 off rip? That's crazy.
I think this may be the only guess in this entire video.
Yeah, and probably ever, man. Well, I can't believe I'm getting a -5, but Henry, I forgot to mention, I did end up joining Copenhagen, and we actually won the league. So far, I would say I'm in the lead, and maybe get the signing next season. And I also won the Otse Pokalen, which I believe is a domestic cup. So that's 2 trophies for me. Sadly, in the Champions League, we finished in 30th, so that wasn't too good for me. And I was nowhere near winning the Golden Boots.
Well, in League 1, Edgar, we finished 4th in the league, which does mean we're in the playoffs, which saw us beat Stockport 5-3 on aggregate. So in the final, where we beat Huddersfield 1-0. And yeah, well, I did not win top goal scorer in the league. Neither in the playoffs as well, which wouldn't have really counted anyway.
Okay, so Henry, the question is, we are in completely 2 different teams in 2 different leagues. Who would you say had the better season? You got more GA, you scored more goals, but I won a league title and a domestic cup.
I'm actually going to concede this season and give it to you because next season, I don't want the signing and you genuinely had a better season. Of course, Mbappe wins the 2026 Ballon d'Or for me. Not quite competing with him yet, but once I get into that World Cup England squad and start really competing on that level, then I will be winning that Ballon d'Or.
I'm not sure what overall I'm gonna be, but it's another Frenchman. Ousmane Dembele goes back-to-back in the 2026 World Cup, but one day, one of us will be here first. It's gonna be me. Okay, we are now in season number 2. I will be getting the advantage this season and getting a signing to help me out. But of course, transfer listing each other and changing each other's position is banned. As I went ahead and wrote down, choose your development plan, and I want you to use the half winger this season.
Oh, come on, man. I was planning on going to striker.
Well, if you do decide to go back to striker, just use the false 9, man. You already know me.
Okay, yeah, I'll take that. And for you, Edgar, on my whiteboard, I have choose next club.
That means I have to you're basically transfer listing me again. That's basically what's happening.
Yeah, I'm gonna be choosing where your 63 rated player goes next.
Well, Henry, you were slightly off. I've gone down a -5, and I am now a 66 overall. But of course, I'm being transfer listed. Let's see what offers come in for me. Well, Henry, I've received my first offer, and it's from FC Barcelona. Do you want me to go there?
Barcelona, you'll probably loan yourself out, so let's decline that.
Okay, so the Barcelona offer's been rejected, and I get another one in Minnesota United. What do you think?
Let's go and reject that one as well.
Thank you, because nobody wants to go to the US, man. Okay, I did receive another offer, and it is from Fortuna Sittard, who I believe are in the Eredivisie? I'm not sure.
Wow, that's a very unfortunate name. And let's accept that one. That's where you're going.
Guess I'm going to the Netherlands.
Okay, guys, this season, I'm going to go from a cam to a striker. Actually boost my rating to a 70 now. I actually think I deserve the number 10. Let's take that. Obviously, I have to have a development plan of a false 9 right now because of Edgar. But that's fine. I went from a cam back to a striker as a false 9. That's probably my best position at this point. Okay, question is, do I stay here now at Reading? We'll probably get instantly relegated. Look, we only made it to the playoffs. Yes, we won. I think I want to be transfer listed. Ooh, our first offer is from Leicester City. That would be interesting. Not too sure if I'd start, though. Ipswich next, and I'm not too sure if they're back in the Premier League. Guesses I would get more game time there than Leicester. I do fancy staying in England, so I'm going to accept that. You've chosen Ipswich Town. That is the side I will be playing for next. So there we go. It's official. I'm an Ipswich Town player now.
So here I go. I am going to the Eredivisie with Fortuna Sittard. And I can't lie, I'm kind of upset. I really wanted to stay at Copenhagen. I did incredible last year, and I will continue to improve, but at least I get to bring in a teammate to help me out at this club. Okay, boys, I am now in the Netherlands, and luckily, I will be the starter here, as the only other striker is a 63 overall. But now the question is, what position should I go ahead and sign to help out this team? and help me perform better. And I can't lie, I think it needs to be a goalkeeper, so we can go ahead and try to even push for Europe with this mid team. And the teammate I decided to bring in is goalkeeper Owusu Oduro. He's a Dutch keeper. He's a 71 overall also, but he has a potential of 84, so he's gonna grow massively this season, and will help the team perform better, leading to me increasing highly.
Ooh, okay, this side looks a lot better, and they are in the Premier League. I'm not the highest rated striker, so I do hope I actually get game time here. But I guess as my development plan is false 9, that's what I need to play as. I move side not to get relegated. Hopefully that doesn't happen in the Premier League.
And it's now time to choose a development plan, and look how much my stats have gone down. 65 pace, 65 dribbling, and 70 physical. That -5 really tanked me. But I'm gonna go ahead and this time around go for the advanced forward. It still works on my finishing, but I also get to improve my skill moves. I really want to beat Henry again this season, and it's going to be a +4 for me again, now at a 70 overall. I could have been a 75 if I didn't get that -5, but there's no chance you guess it again, as I got 18 goals and 8 assists, 26 GA. How did you do, Henry?
Well, I got a +3 to 73 overall. I stayed at Ipswich. They got promoted to the Premier League, which I did not expect. And I was the club's top goal scorer with 5 goals. Yeah, I think we got wrecked in the league. We definitely finished bottom. And on my whiteboard, I guessed 26. No, I guess 8. I thought you were going to have a stinker of a season.
Yeah, I didn't even believe you for a second there. Wow, I can't believe you only got 5 goals at Ipswich. I wrote down 15 GA. I cannot believe you did that bad, man.
Oh my goodness, we finished with 14 points in the Premier League, just above Southampton, who finished 19th, so we're not that bad. But 17th Nottingham Forest have 41 points. I definitely made the wrong decision joining Ipswich, man. Obviously didn't win the FA Cup or the Carabao Cup. Well, I did not get top goal scorer in the Premier League.
And it sounds like you had a poor season. I think I already won. But I did finish in 5th place with Fortuna Sittard. I did mention I wanted to sign a great keeper, and it definitely got us up the table. We got into a Conference League spot. But sadly, we did not win the Becker Cup. And I actually got 2nd place in the Golden Boot by 6 goals to Romeo Vermont. I want to say thank you, Henry. You gave me a good move in my career. And because I had the better season, I will get the advantage next year again. But of course, no Ballon d'Or for me yet, as Erling Haaland wins it this time around.
Same as me, Erling Haaland has won it, so congratulations to him. Okay, guys, season number 3, I have written on my whiteboard, and development plan are ruled off for this season. Until next year, as you guys now know, I put on my whiteboard, change position. Where are you playing right now, Edgar?
I'm currently playing that striker. Where are you putting me, Henry?
I want you to go to Cam.
It definitely is, for at least for the future of the Ballon d'Or. But on my whiteboard, I want you to go ahead and loan list yourself. I know you had a terrible time at Ipswich. I want to make sure you stay there for at least a season. Contracted to that club.
Okay, I'm fine with that. Okay, guys, that was a bit annoying. This side is not that great. They probably will get instantly promoted, let's be honest. So I could have stayed here to possibly win the league, but I have to go on the loan list, so there we go. Well, that's not a loan offer. Why am I not getting any? I could have been at Manchester City, but we are looking for a loan. Paris Saint-Germain, again, a transfer offer. It needs to be a loan deal. I was literally getting no offers at all, and then Leicester City came in.
Okay, boys, I am now a center attacking mid, and it's not too bad because I only went down a -2. But the best players on this team now are 2 center attacking mids. But don't worry, I'm gonna change the formation. Like I mentioned before, changing the formation is allowed. I want to keep something similar, but it's going to be the 4-2-3-1 narrow, where all 3 of us are gonna be cams. And if I want to score goals, I have to give myself the shadow striker role. Remember, I get to sign a teammate because I have the advantage, and it's definitely gonna be a striker. And I have brought in a huge loan signing in Gonzalo Garcia from Real Madrid at a 77 overall. Yes, I could have signed somebody a little bit worse that could have stayed here for a long time, but I plan to move on for Fortuna Sittard after this season. And they accepted a loan for Garcia, so we're taking that man.
Okay, this left side seems pretty good. There's an 82 rated player. Hopefully he does not move. It's a 2-striker formation. That guy better not steal all my goals. Let's play me as an advanced forward and him. Let's get him as a false 9. Yeah, get the assist. So don't forget my development plan.
And come on, man, just take a look at this starting 11. We might be able to win the Conference League this season. But of course, I still need a development plan, and it's very obvious what I'm gonna go for, the shadow striker role, because eventually I want to go back to a striker or maybe one of the wingers. And regardless, you moving me to Cam, I've had my best ever season. 13 goals and 13 assists. I went up a +3 as well to a 73.
Sounds pretty good, Edgar. That does sound pretty good. I have gone up +4 to a 77 as a striker, But here, Leicester City. Yes, that's the team I went on loan to. And Edgar was the top goal scorer with 24 goals, 2 assists. So 26 in total, which is the same as you, right?
Yeah, I also got 26. I forgot to mention as well, I stayed at Fortuna, and the signing I brought in was Gonzalo Garcia, only on loan though, because that's the only one they accepted. He scored 31 goals, man. I'm very confident I may have beat you this season, but on my whiteboard, I wrote down 14 GA. I completely underestimated you. I forgot you were gonna go back to a striker.
Well, on my whiteboard, I wrote 27.
Oh my days. You actually almost got me again. That's
one
ridiculous.
away. I was thinking, what number do I write? And it was the first number that came to my head. I just wrote it down. One away. So close. In the league, Edgar. Oh, I did not expect that. We finished 5th, which means we're in the playoffs again. We beat Leicester City 5-3 in penalties after a 3-3 draw in aggregate, which means we're in the final. Coventry City won on penalties. No. I was joint top goal scorer for the playoffs. That doesn't matter. Oh, wow. And in the league, I finished 2nd with 21 goals. Morris top with 30.
Well, I expected a little bit more. We finished in 5th place again in the Eredivisie. The Becker Cup, once again, we did not win. But we got knocked out in the semifinals, so that's pretty good. And we got to the Conference League final, but we lost to Como. I cannot believe that happened, man. And of course, there was no chance I was going to beat Gonzalo Garcia to the Golden Boot. So, Henry, do you think you finally had the better season this year? I got to a European final, but you did outscore me drastically.
I'm not sure. I think that's a pretty close one. I don't know. I'm feeling nice. I'm going to leave it to you to decide.
You know what? You're not going to get me being nice. I'm taking that all the way home, bro.
Okay, finally we have a different Ballon d'Or winner. It's Lautaro Martinez.
That has to be the worst Ballon d'Or winner of all time. My Ballon d'Or, my end was Erling Haaland again. Yeah, congrats to him.
Okay, season number 4 is here, and on my board I have Sign a Rival.
Oh, well. I also have Sign a Rival.
Yeah,
We're on the same wavelength
yeah.
right now. But
I knew you'd put that as well.
But I don't plan on staying on Fortuna, so you're gonna have to wait a little bit. I'm sure you're at Ipswich. I'm sure you're gonna want to move from there as well.
Okay, so we're back at Ipswich Town, and I don't want to stay here. Just take a look at this side. So I'm on the transfer list, and first side is Arsenal. I don't think I'm gonna play there. Okay, I'm not feeling great about this. Arsenal came back in. I had to accept it. I got no other offers.
Okay, it looks like we're both signing rivals for each other. But first, I do have to go ahead and leave Fortuna. So now that I'm transfer listed, I'm gonna be honest. I had a good season at camp, but I don't know if I want to stay there. So quickly, I've changed the formation so I can see what overall I would be in each position. At striker, I would go up a +6 to an 80 overall. That might be the move. At right wing, I do go up a +5 to a 79. And yeah, left wing is exactly the same. So you know what? Right now, I changed myself into a striker, so I went up a +4. Depending on what club I join, I might move back to the left wing or the right wing. And I have received my first offer, and it's in the Premier League for Sunderland. I can't lie. This might be the move. I would love to play for the Black Cats. And I've received another Premier League offer, and it is from Leeds United. At least I think they're still in the Prem. 2 good offers so far. And I get 2 last offers, and it is Crystal Palace and Aston Villa. My future lies in the Premier League already. So let's see who the best offer is. So I've gone ahead and taken a look at the best player in each position for all those 4 clubs. If I were to move to Aston Villa, left wing is definitely the move. It turns out Leeds United are in the Championship. The best move will probably be right wing. While for Sunderland, I'm definitely not getting in that lineup with that front 3. Finally, at Crystal Palace, it's even worse there. So the question is, should we become the left winger of Aston Villa or the right winger at Leeds United? And controversially, I actually decided to join the Championship side in Leeds United, where I am now a 78 rated right mid. If I can have a brilliant season and send them to the Premier League, I can become the highest overall player in the squad, which means I could go back to striker if I want, or impress some of the biggest clubs in world football.
Okay, this is a little bit of a problem. 2 very good strikers on the bench and Victor Gyökeres. I think I'm gonna have to change my position. Yeah, I'm going from a striker to a left winger. Oh no, I've gone down 1 overall. Okay, well, at least make myself an inside forward. As my competition is Eze and Trossard. But Edgar's gonna sign me another rival, so I don't know. We can probably write this season off. Hopefully I get some growth.
So yes, boys, I am now at Leeds United, where my competition is going to be Harry Wilson. Also a rival Henry will get me to sign in just a moment. But of course, once again, I get the advantage, and I think I need a right back to support me in that right mid to get the best out of me. And the player that I've brought in to help me out is 80 overall Josh Achimpong from Chelsea. Yes, that right-hand side is going to look dangerous. As of course, as a right mid, these are what my stats are looking like. No point in beating around the bush. I'm going for the inside forward again. Very boring, but that's how I'm gonna win the Ballon d'Or one day. Okay, Henry, we have both picked our next clubs and the rivals for each other. As you know, I ended up at Leeds United in the championship. The viewers who you go ahead and chose.
I chose for your rival, Ethan Mbappe. Hopefully this season he turns into his brother and plays over you every single minute. As you know, I am at Arsenal. Was literally the only offer I had. I rejected it. Got no other offer, and then they came back in. So I had no choice to accept it.
I'm actually very surprised that you would be the starting left winger. But for your competition, I chose Rio Ngamoa, who has amazing potential, and he will definitely bench you. So there we go, Henry. My rival Ethan Mbappe has been signed.
All right, and there we go. Rio Ngamoa, whatever his name is, has signed to Arsenal. Now let's go to the end of the season. Okay, it's the end of the season, Edgar, and I have grown by 3 to 80 overall on the left wing. Now 21, and I got 21 GA this season. 20 goals, 1 assist. Looking over there for you.
Wow, it seems like you had a better season than me. However, I went up a +4 to an 82 overall. We're slowly getting there to compete with the Ballon d'Or. However, I did get more GA as I got 11 goals and 15 assists, but you did outscore me. On my whiteboard, though, I wrote down 18 GA. Not enough. I was just a little bit off. What did you get?
Oh, you made me nervous there. I wrote down 34. I don't know why. Again, it's the first number that came to my head. Well, I've been close before. No, way off this time.
Well, who did better is very close now, but I just won the league title and the championship, and I'm going straight to the Prem. But here it is with 126 points. You're gonna have to take that into account at the end. And of course, no FA Cup for Leeds United, no Carabao Cup as well, and unfortunately, no golden boot for me at all.
Yeah, I won the Premier League with Arsenal with 85 points. We also won the Community Shield, beating West Ham, and we won the FA Cup, beating Liverpool 3-1. We even won the Carabao Cup 3-1. Now the Champions League, in the league phase, we finished 13th, which means we're in the playoffs. Oh, we beat Atletico Madrid on pens. And in the round of 16, we got beat by Chelsea on pens. And Erling Haaland won the Golden Boot in the Premier League. I would say I'm very, very happy with that season. I scored 20 goals. I must have helped quite a bit.
Yeah, I can't lie. From everything I heard, I think you definitely have me beat this season. You're gonna, for the first time, you're gonna get the advantage next year.
I appreciate that, but you did really well. 126 points in the league.
Yeah, but it was the championship. Come on, bro. Let's be honest.
And the 2029 Ballon d'Or goes to Erling Haaland. No surprises there.
Yeah, pretty boring over here as well. For the 30 in a row, Haaland wins it again. But at least we can say we're getting much closer. And I'm gonna be the one to win this challenge, Henry. All right, Henry, we're season number 5, getting so much closer to the Ballon d'Or. I wonder who's gonna win the race, but you beat me last year and you get the advantage for the very first time. And I'm sorry, I have to nerf you a little bit. You have to get released this season. I'm sorry, you're leaving Arsenal, man.
Man, that's so annoying. I was looking at staying here forever, really. Well, I think mine is worse for you. It's change position.
What position will I be playing? I'm currently playing at right mid.
I know you did well there before, but I want you to play cam.
All right, I guess you keep moving me back to cam.
Okay, guys, as I've been released, the best way we can decide the new club is to get ChatGPT to do it. So I've sent a message. Here we go. The club he has decided is Brighton. Another Premier League club, but am I really going to win anything there?
Yeah, no chance you win anything there. And unfortunately, I am back to a cam position where I went back down to a -3 again. This guy keeps setting me back. But it doesn't matter. No matter where I play, I'm not sure if I'm staying at Leeds just yet. But I'm going to give myself the advanced playmaker role because I could see him switching me to cam again in a couple seasons. I need to make sure I don't drop down in overall anymore. Now, if you take a look at this team, I could change the formation. However, I want to start winning trophies because Henry won a bunch last season. I think I'm going to transfer list myself, but if I don't get good offers, I will stay here in the Prem with Leeds. And speaking of winning trophies, the first offer I get is from freaking West Ham. Don't ever come offer for me again. And boys, wouldn't this be hilarious as Arsenal have come in for me? I might accept this offer, you know. Do Arsenal win trophies? And a second offer has come in, and it's from Napoli. I do prefer this offer over Arsenal. I can't lie. And I get 2 last offers, one for my favorite club, Southampton, and Fulham. Yeah, it's gonna be Napoli or Arsenal. So of course, I've made my final decision, and that is to join Napoli, because Antonio Conte is a serial winner. Plus, I don't think I'd get into the Arsenal starting 11 at a 79 overall. I have a better chance here in Italy.
There we go, guys. Just like that, I'm at Brighton. Not a very bright moment for me. Okay, this side is actually quite good. 85 rated goalkeeper. De Kuiper's still here. 8 midfield, Baliba's still Casemiro here, mint out wide. 2 strikers. I think I'd go back to striker and play alongside Ferguson. Yeah, I don't really want to play here on the left-hand side. Not going to get many goals there. So I'm currently 80 overall. And now go to 81 overall as a striker. Okay, this is going to be a partnership to remember. We're getting Champions League football. But if I'm going to make a signing anywhere in this team, where would it be? I'm thinking a really, really good centre-back. And we do have 94 million. And yes, the player I've signed at centre-back is Lenny Yoro from Manchester United. Let's not forget the development plans. Let's go advance forward here.
And I can't lie, despite the injuries, this Napoli side looks incredible. But more importantly, 2 amazing strikers up top. And I'm going to go ahead and help them out with goals because I'm not going to be a playmaker. I want to be a shadow striker. I want to score my goals too. And that is because, of course, I want to win the Ballon d'Or one day, as it's time to put our development plan. And like I mentioned before, I'm going to go for the advanced playmaker role. In case I ever end up being a cam again, I don't decrease in overall. Henry gets his first signing this season. I hope he doesn't sign a superstar for Brighton because I want to win this year. Henry, since you converted me to a cam, I decided to leave and I joined Napoli. I actually rejected Arsenal in the process, but I went ahead and recovered my overall all the way to an 81 overall. And I was the second top goal scorer with 20 goals and 14 assists, which is 34 GA. I think that might be my best ever.
Wow. Okay, that was a really good season. As you know, I'm at Brighton. I went up by 3 to an 83 overall. And I only played 22 games. I must have got injured or something. Only had 6 goals, 0 assists. Oh my goodness. Terrible. Okay, on my whiteboard for you, I wrote 22 goal contributions. Way off.
Wow, that is your worst ever season, man. And you had the extra signing? That's terrible. I wrote down 90 GA for you. Luckily, I did not make things worse for you there. You need to lock in, bro. You need to lock in.
And it just gets worse. We finished 9th in the league. I thought we had a squad that would at least get top 4, honestly. In the FA Cup, we did not win. Carabao Cup, we did not win. And it seems we weren't in Europe at all. And, well, yeah, I did not win the Golden Boot. But why is every Golden Boot so low? 17 goals? Martinelli, in fact, the top 5 players draw the Golden Boot.
That does sound pretty crazy. On my end, we only finished in 4th place in the Serie A. To be honest, I expected to go ahead and win the league title. But the Super Cup was won by Juventus. The Coppa Italia was won by AC Milan. 0 trophies from me so far. We were in the Champions League and we finished in 8th place, which means in the round of 16, we beat Everton of all teams 3-2. In the quarters, we lost to RB Leipzig, as is a Chelsea and Bayern final. And yeah, I did not win the Golden Boot as I was behind both of the strikers in front of me, plus Lautaro and Esposito. So unless you won the Ballon d'Or, I get the advantage next season.
Well, I have a feeling that I'm not going to win the Ballon d'Or.
Hey man, you never know. You never know. And in the 2030 Ballon d'Or, this time it was won by Kavica Kvaratskhelia.
Well. Erling Haaland wins it again. What's Gary Neville putting that for in the comments? Is a Man City player.
Okay, now in season number 6, we changed position and released Bean. I've gone ahead and choose your development plan, and I believe you're still striker, and I went for target forward. So you're gonna have to do that this season.
Okay, thank you. Could have been worse. For you, I've chosen loan. You're going to be loaned out this year.
That is extremely annoying. I was looking forward to winning some trophies with Napoli this year. And Henry made his decision. I will now be loan listed. But as you can see, I'm back to being a striker. This could be my best season yet at an 86 overall. And maybe whoever I go down loan to might want to sign. And the first offer we received is from Chelsea Football Club. This is a place I can win trophies and maybe their first Ballon d'Or. And a second offer has come in, and it's from Newcastle United. I'd rather go to Chelsea, man. And another offer has come in, and it is from Inter Milan. I believe Juve won the Serie A last year, but Inter is not too bad. And finally, an offer from RB Leipzig has come in as well. Which club should I go to? And to be honest, it was an easy decision. I will be joining Chelsea on a 1-year loan. No option to buy apparently, as Liam Rosenmanure will be my manager. But who knows, I could potentially win a Ballon d'Or, the first ever at Chelsea. And the first ever out on loan. Henry might have made a huge mistake here.
Yeah, guys, I'm not feeling this Brighton squad. It should have done a lot better last year. I think it's time for me to move club. Okay, we have a bit of a problem. There's 2 hours left in the window. I was on the transfer list and got no offers, so I had to put myself on the loan list. And with hours to go, Bayern Munich are here. I am so relieved. Okay, sure am hoping Bayern don't have a good striker already.
And boys, I have now arrived at Chelsea, and take a look at this super team. An 88 rated Barcola, a 90 rated Palmer, and the likes of Esteban and the rest of the team. We could win the Champions League this year, which could lead me to winning the Ballon d'Or. Remember, I do get the advantage. I think Royves is good. I normally sign a goalkeeper. I have to go for at least one world-class center back because an 82 and 83 will not win us the Champions League. We also have this 88 rated left winger from Norway. Boys, we're huge favorites for that UCL. And of course, I had to bring in one of the world's best center backs. Chelsea are able to afford an 88 overall Kuparsi, as he is now a blue. And of course, in terms of development plan, we have to go for the one and only Poacher once again. This could be my Ballon d'Or winning year.
I'm replacing Pavlidis here. 83 up top. Oh, Musiala's in this side. Carl is in this side. Oh, the goalkeeper could be a little high rated. He should be winning the Bundesliga, and I reckon this will make a Champions League semi-final. Don't worry, I have not forgot Target Man as my development plan. Okay, so it's the end of the season, and Edgar, I got a loan out. Well, I put myself on the transfer list. I didn't get a single offer until I put myself on the loan list with 2 hours to go. Bayern Munich came in with a 2-year loan. So I'm there. I've grown by 3 as a striker to 86, and I've scored 23 goals, top scorer at the club with 1 assist.
Well, Henry, I'm upset because you went to the club I wanted to start at. I had a better season than you. 35 goals and 4 assists. I went up all the way to an 89 overall. If my cards were dealt right here, I could have won the Champions League and win the Ballon d'Or already and beat you. But what did you write on your whiteboard, Henry?
How many goals?
35 goals and 4 assists. That gives me 39 GA.
I have 37 on my whiteboard right here.
Oh my days, you almost got me again. That would have definitely derailed me in this video, man. But Henry, on my whiteboard I wrote 24 GA. You're going down to -5. 2 guesses and 1 challenge is ridiculous, man. Oh my days.
You actually write 24?
Yeah, I actually wrote 24.
How did you hold your reaction back when I told you?
Dude, I didn't. I just kept silent, man. Like, it was difficult. Oh my god. 2-in-1 video is crazy.
I guess this video is wraps.
You never know what can happen, man. I may screw up somehow. And it just gets even better for me as we won the Premier League with only 3 games lost. We failed to win the FA Cup as it goes to Newcastle. The Carabao Cup, we win it. So we're on a baby treble since the Carabao Cup doesn't count. And we were in the UEFA Super Cup final where we lost to United. In the Champions League, we finished in first place in the group stages. Round of 16, we beat Leverkusen 5-4. In the quarters, we beat United. We get our payback 4-2. How unfortunate. But in the semis, we lost to Bayern as they lost to PSG in the final. And I just missed out on the Golden Boot by 3 goals. If I win the Ballon d'Or this year, it would definitely be a robbery, but I'll take it nonetheless.
Well, okay, I won Bundesliga by 2 points. No, we lost the Super Cup. Didn't even make the final of the DFB Pokal. 8th place in the Champions League group stage. I said when I joined, I reckon by looking at the squad, we'd make the semi-final. In round of 16, we get knocked out to Juventus. Are you kidding me? That was a goal away from the top goal scorer in the Bundesliga. Are you kidding me?
Well, it sounds like you had your best ever season. As long as you didn't win the Ballon d'Or or I didn't, I get the advantage next season and sign another player, man.
Well, yeah, same person again.
Well, before I reveal something interesting, Henry, so far in our careers, I have 102 goals and you have 86, while I have 61 assists and you have 11. You are a poor playmaker.
Yes, you seem to be right. Just tell me, did you win the Ballon d'Or?
Well, there's a reason I was wasting time because I've actually done it. I've won the Ballon d'Or. First ever player to win it out on loan as well. I win. I'm sorry, Henry.
That is the worst Ballon d'Or win ever. Hey, Vara got robbed at PSG.
And if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to go check out Henry's as we're competing to see who has the best career over 10 seasons.